Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. It is paint day 3, okay? Today is the body right there. So, a lot's happened this morning already. It is 8:40 in the morning. Let me show you what we got. So, we've lined up the car with the paint booth entrance because we don't have a steering wheel in it, and took it off the rollers. So now the car's down about where it's gonna be. In a little bit, because you're probably thinking, how can Ron paint this roof in there when, you know, this is about lip level on me and I'm almost 6'2". So, we're gonna put cinder blocks on each side, and then I'm gonna go buy two 2x10s, two 8-foot 2x10s, and so he's got planks on both sides to walk so we can get up to the roof. So that's going to happen in a little bit. But yeah, so really what's going to happen right now is we're going to block this down, whatever we got to do to get this ready, get it wiped down, get it blown out, all the things, and get this ready to paint. Right now we're looking at, it's 72 degrees in the shop, but I've had the heaters on since 5 a.m. So I think outside, let's see where we're at here. Let's see where we're at. What's the old weather app say? It's 61 degrees right now, but it's saying by 11 a.m. we'll be at 75, 12 o'clock 77, 1 o'clock 79, 80. So we've got a couple hours before we get the heat we need to paint, right? So the other things that happened this morning, backed Ron's car up, pulled the van out. I got to hook that strap up to the running board of the 40 so the paint booth doesn't blow away. Emptied out the paint booth. You see the wet spots. So those of you that are going to think about buying one of these, just remember, if you leave it up at night outside in a place where you can see it up there, the dew, it's not waterproof. It will drip through. Okay, so that's kind of what we got here. We had to go through with a broom and kind of push up, and like you would a tent, right? So this is drying out. I'm gonna blow this out in a little bit. I might even hose this out in a little bit, some of it, and just try to get as much dust and whatnot from the last couple days out of here. So that's probably gonna happen. Now, if you ever wanted to rob a house, this might be the house to take if you own a 57 Chevy. So fenders, there's one. You got the doors, the deck lid, all the other brackets and whatnot. There's the hood, inner fenders, the other fender, the other inner fender, the splash pan, the core support, all the bars and brackets. This is what we painted over the last 2 days, guys. And it's turned out pretty good. I'm feeling good about it. But now we got to dial the body in, right? We got to get that body right, and then kind of go down that road. So that's where we're at. Just wanted to show you. I'm hoping to be painting by noon, 11 or 12, somewhere in there. That way it's got plenty of time to dry with the right heat and the right time of day with the right light coming through the booth. Right around 11:30, 12 o'clock, the sun's in the perfect spot for painting in here. You've got really good light. So gonna try to get that going. Right now it's misting. It's been very foggy this morning. I drove all the way down to about 10 miles south of Brandon to St. Joe's South Hospital, and dropped my wife off this morning. My God, you can see your hand in front of your face driving down there, but we made it. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you with this for now. I'm gonna get on it because we just got too much stuff to do. But stay tuned, and hopefully here soon we'll be blocking and painting. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, it's almost 12 o'clock. It's like 11:50. That's where we're at. Passenger side's looking pretty good. I'm gonna cruise the door jambs one more time. I need to scuff this up. A couple little areas we're gonna hit. And I think Ron's gonna finish blocking this right here. This little area. And I think we're pretty close. Oh, I got it. That's not a big deal. So, paint booth. Got it cleaned up this morning. It was pretty dirty. Got a lot of stuff out of it. What I am gonna do is we're gonna pull that fan out and use this fan instead for exhaust. I think I'm getting dust with that fan. And we took the concrete blocks and the board out of here because we figured we're probably getting dirt and dust off from that. Nothing terrible, but we don't want the body to look bad. So anyway, I'm gonna take this filter, put it here. I'm gonna take that one, put it there, and do that real quick, and then this fan, standing fan, will be right there, just like when we painted the thing. But I did blow this out, and then I hosed it out, and then I scrubbed it with Dawn, and basically gave it a car wash, and I only went to here. I did not go above this. I didn't want to do the roof to take a chance on having drops. But I did everything else, scrubbed the floor, all the things. You can see some of the residual stuff here, but that's where we're at. I did just go to store, Lowe's, and I'll show you how we're gonna get on top of this, get up to paint the roof of this car once it's in the garage. I got two 8-foot 2x12s. That might come in handy down the road too, anyway, for something else. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these on cinder blocks and try to get up a little bit. I'm gonna wrap the cinder blocks in paper, like we do the tables. And then that should alleviate any issues there. And we should be painting here in the next little bit. So stay tuned, guys. We're on it. And yeah, I think most of the running's done too. All I gotta do now is pick up my wife. So I think we're looking pretty good on this. So stay tuned, I'm gonna get back on it. Okay guys, she's in the booth. She's wiped down. We got our planks to get up here. Basically, that way we can paint up here. Got the wheels covered. This is your last look at Don's 57 Chev in primer black. Soon it'll be primish looking paint, satin black. We'll roll. So I'll bring you guys some footage here in a little bit once we start rolling. I'm gonna set it up out here, see if you can see something. But as you can see, it's pretty tight in the booth. It's a big car, but we should be good. We're gonna paint the roof, drip rail, then come down, move the board out and the blocks, and then finish painting, bring them back in before we do the second coat, so on and so forth. So stay tuned guys, lots more to come. Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy early Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I apologize that I didn't get you a whole lot of footage of this body getting painted, and I didn't really get you a walk around before we stacked all the parts in here. And the reason for that was, well, there's a bunch of reasons for that. One of them was I had to pick up my wife at 7:30, and at 6 o'clock I was still putting parts in the garage, and it's an hour and a half away. So I was running, and we were cooking. But the other thing is I had the camera running, battery died, and the memory card went full. I caught the battery once, but I guess I've got two batteries, and one of them for some reason has like half the life of the other one. I don't know. So I got to figure that problem out. But the biggest issue we had was I'm in the booth, or I'm in the garage filming for you guys while he's spraying. This is a very difficult car to paint, and it's a very difficult paint to spray. So the problem we had was, and I'm sure you just saw this, but you'll notice that there is, once this car was in the booth, there wasn't a lot of room on each side. And we had the center blocks with the 2x12 by 8 foot long. And basically you're like walking the plank, right? And this paint, you can't go, like say you're painting this hood, you can't just go to here and do that, and then, you can't do that. You got to do the entire one continuous flow, right? And that is a challenge with a roof that big. And really the problem was the roof. We probably should have dropped this car completely on the ground, took the wheels off of it, to gain access. But to get to the middle of this roof and have a continuous flow pattern and walking down that board all the way to the back was very, very, very challenging. So actually, it's a long story, but I ended up in the booth with Ron with my hand on his back, basically holding him back from falling off the board. That way he had some confidence of where he was, because you're trying to lean out over this roof, and then at the same time you're trying to walk a plank here, not kick the car, so on and so forth, because you just painted it, and it's not easy. So but we got it done, and that's huge. Car looks great. Dom was over here, he loves it. All good news. I do like the sheen of it. I do like the look of it. It kind of reminds me of the American Graffiti. I think it's 55, but it kind of reminds me of that. And it didn't until we did this. And then I was looking at it tonight, and I went, yeah, it kind of looks like Harrison Ford's, car in a weird way. It kind of resembles it. So anyway, what's going to happen now is we're going to leave this sit tomorrow, Thanksgiving. Happy early Thanksgiving, by the way. And then Friday and Saturday, we're going to Daytona International Speedway for the turkey run, for the turkey rod run. It's a huge car show swap meet. We really go for the swap meet. We're going to go try to find some parts for the 40 Ford and the Apache or the Chevelle, or really any of our project cars. We got a million of them, the Chrysler. So what's going to happen is Sunday we will be back here. So Sunday we are going to install some parts, and it's going to start right here. We're going to put the trunk on first, then the two doors. And the reason for that is look how damn big they are. I can't even get to the car. So try to get them on the car so that A, they don't get damaged, and B, we gain access to the car, right? So doors, trunk lid, and we will bolt on the hood. Even though the fenders and all that won't be on, we'll bolt the hood on, get it roughly dialed in, just to protect it, right? It's safer there than it is there once we start actually rolling here. So that's what's going to happen Sunday. That's the beginning of what's going to happen Sunday. I don't know what else will happen. I might start building the doors and the deck lid lock and put the door handles on and locks and all that. I might start doing that and latches and stuff so that the doors actually shut and latch and do doors things. So that'll probably happen. And then from there, we will continue. I think we'll probably start in the back. Get the taillight assemblies on, get the bumper on. We have a brand new bumper, brand new taillight assemblies, get all that on, and kind of work our way to the front. I can get the dome light back in. I have the dome light switches that go in the door jambs, try to get them in and plugged in, and just work our way to here. And there's some things that still need to happen up here. We need to get the steering column back in. We need to get the shifter rod hooked up from the column to the transmission. Get all of that stuff hooked up. I need to put the fuses in. I need to wire up that speaker. Actually, several speakers in this car. I need to install a couple, and then especially the 6x9 that goes up in the dash. Get that speaker grill in. Try to hook up all the gauges and the gauge cluster and all that, get that in the glove box and all of those things, build the dash. That's all coming next week. So I need to mess with the wiper system on this, and I do have a new wiper motor, but I don't know if it'll fit. I don't know. I just got to get it out of the box and look. And I'm fairly certain that one of the wires, these are cable driven wipers, one of the cables is unhooked under there. I've seen it. I don't know if it's something that just needs to be rehooked up or what, but I need to take a peek at that. See if we can get wipers hooked up. And then we're going to get up here, new headlight harness, all of this, inner fenders, the pads, all the things, get the radiator back in at course port, blah, blah, blah. And yeah. Now, one thing that is an absolute certain is next week the glass guy's coming to install the windshield and the back glass. I talked to him again today. We are on his radar. He asked me what day works for me. I told him I didn't care. Whatever worked best for him. Just kind of not putting crazy pressure on him at the moment, because it really doesn't matter what day he does it, really, as long as it's not this weekend. So that should be working out here very soon. So next week for sure, doors, deck lid, hood, front and rear glass will be in this without a doubt. Probably steering column and shifter rod, and just starting to hook up all the things and see where we get. So stay tuned for all of that, guys. Tomorrow I'll try to I'll see if I can't find a way to get a better angle of this car. Maybe I'll move some of this stuff out here so I can actually get you walk you around the car, show you the paint job. But turned out really good. If you guys are at home or wondering, or say you like this paint and you like the color and all the things, this is a brand called High Tech. It's 1401 Hot Rod Black. It is single stage. It is a acrylic urethane paint. It comes as a kit. It comes with the paint catalyst here. I think it's hardener activator, which is 1020. I think we paid like $215, something like that, for the kit for a gallon with the activator. That's not bad, being it is single stage. So base coat, clear coat, you got to buy the base, you got to buy the clear, right? And it gets expensive in a hurry, depending on what you're doing. This is just a one-shot deal. So if you're going to spray this, understand this now.
Ron's been painting since he was 15 years old. He's now 70. He said this is the hardest paint he's ever sprayed, okay? And it wasn't because of the roof. It's because it wants to, it absolutely wants to streak, okay? It wants to give you streaks. And it wants to orange peel. And it doesn't want to lay down right. Unless you dial everything in perfect and have perfect conditions, it's just tough to paint. So if you're a novice painter, never painted before, got a $20 Harbor Freight paint gun, please God, save your car and do not buy this, okay? This is very, very, very hard to spray. You need to be a painter. And from what I understand, like at Auto Body Express, they were telling us most paint shops and body shops will not spray this. They just won't, because it's just a pain in the ass. And it really opens you up to issues. Now, we did okay. We've got it worked out, and a lot of that had to do with we had 3 days of painting. 2 days of painting before today to do the body, right? To dial it in. So we started with all these parts and getting all of that done, the inner fenders, so on and so forth. That was very helpful to be able to figure out pressure, pattern, fluid volume, all of those things coming out of the gun. You know, took a minute to really get dialed in. So be careful, guys, with what you're spraying. This is great. I like it. I love the color. Reminds me of the American Graffiti car. But it's, you know, the satin paints are tough, and you know, matte paint is just incredibly hard to paint from what I hear. I've never done it, but I hear it's, don't even try it, basically. Unless you're a painter, basically, and you know how to paint and been painting forever and so on and so forth. So just be careful what you do. You know, that the real struggle bus with this kind of paint is you can't wet sand and buff it. So if you get any dust in it, you get a run, you get any of that, you're done, you're cooked, right? It is what it is, and it's going to be that way. So, you know, you're hoping and praying, you know, that there's not a mosquito. You know, for whatever reason, bugs love the sweet smell of paint and clear. And so it attracts them. We were lucky enough that we didn't have that problem on this. Mainly because I've cleaned the booth 3 times now. Every day I clean the booth. When I say clean it, I mean went in there and blew it out, and then hosed it out, and then scrubbed it like I'm scrubbing a truck with a deck brush and Dawn soap, and then let it air dry, and then, you know, bring everything in to try to mitigate as much dust and debris and anything else I can. You know, that's why you see me opening and shutting the zipper door so many times. It's because we're desperately trying to not have dust, right? And or bugs or anything else. Base coat, clear coat, you can sand them out. This stuff, no. So just be careful if you're going to spray this, kind of moral of the story. But it turned out great. Don's really happy with it. We're really happy with it. I'm actually excited to get the doors and trunk lid and everything on it and start putting it together. And see where that takes us. Start making things work and, you know, do cars things. That'll be kind of fun. And so that was, I guess, painting was phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be assembly. And then phase 3 is going to be test drives and burnouts. You know, I mean, that's kind of where we're going to be with this thing. So stay tuned for all of that, guys. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching these videos, and hope you guys like it and you're learning something from it. We're trying to be as transparent and honest with you as humanly possible, especially on products and things of that nature, and mistakes that we make and what we're doing to fix them. I mean, you've seen the mistakes with the thing. Mistakes were made. but we tell you about them and we tell you what we're doing to fix them, because hopefully you won't make the same mistakes that we did, and we'll save you a step or 10 steps, right? In some cases. So anyway, guys, happy early Thanksgiving. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll try to find a way to get you a better walk around of the car, and we'll go from there. And I will definitely, so you know, I will be videotaping at the turkey run. I will walk you through the swap meet and any cool cars that I see or anything like that I think you guys would like. I will have all that in a video for you Friday and Saturday. So don't think you're not going to have content. It's going to be there, I promise. It'll just be car show stuff and more 57 Belair stuff. So yeah. And then Sunday, we're right back on it, guys. So Sunday will be pretty interesting to start really actually getting parts back on the car. So stay tuned. Appreciate you guys, and we will talk at you tomorrow.